I just thought I would say a few words about the history of Suncamper. Suncamper started out in 1977 in Condamine Street in Balgowlah by a guy called Bill Houston. And Bill, when he first started it, he built just the pop-top campers on Toyota Hi-Ace, and he was affiliated with Chatswood Toyota. Then after a few years, he sold it to a chap by the name of Don Collier. And then Don, he had come from a corporate business and he thought he could drive up in his BMW, and with 4 or 5 staff he could just sit in the office and not be hands-on. And of course it suffered. 1982, I signed the contract to buy the business of Suncamper, which was virtually all I was buying with the patents for all the cupboards and the authority to fit the pop-top roofs. Business was terrible. I bought the business, I didn't know anything about business. I came from any of you don't know, I came from a musical background. I was a professional musician. I had no idea about what I was doing, and business really suffered. But I soon realised that there was a market for a small motorhome like the Sherwood, and within 12 months I started building, I built my first Sherwood, which was made of timber frame and aluminium size, similar to a caravan, sticks and staples we call it nowadays. But fortunately we had a mini cyclone came through Turramurra, Wahroonga. Anyone from that area would remember that. And that created a lot of business for Suncamper, in that people were looking up their pages, and I'd put in their caravan manufacturer as well, and caravan repairs. And that business generated several $100,000 worth of business to Suncamper. There's a lot of other people to thank, but I'll leave it up to Cameron to do that. I've just given you a brief history of Suncamper and its walk through the 35 years that I've had it. And I'd just like to say I thank you all for making the effort to turn up so early here this morning, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day at the show. Now, I'll just hand you over to Cameron.
G'day everyone. I'll keep it short and sharp. I just wanted to say a few quick thank yous. Thanks to our team at work, all our staff. As Keith mentioned, most of them are here. There's a couple still holding the fort back at the workshop. But a special thanks to Phil. He's the one that organised all this. So yeah, big thank you to Phil. All of our suppliers, they give us the great products that we actually fit to our motorhomes. There's a few of them here today. We've got a few guys from Thetford down the front, Coast to Coast are here. We've also got some raffles as well, which will come out shortly, and Dometic. So if you have any technical questions about any of them, you can hassle these guys. We've also got a few from Toyota and Iveco. I suppose the main part of the business and the main group of people that we need to thank are the customers, because without you, the business wouldn't be here. So a big thank you to all the customers. Many of you have actually travelled far to be here today, which we really appreciate. Some of you might have just come for the free entry and a free cup of coffee, but it's good to have you here anyway. As Keith said, about 25 years ago he built his first ever Sherwood. It was made out of sticks and staples with aluminium cladding, similar to how a lot of caravans are manufactured these days. It's developed and changed a lot over those years, and over the past 6 to 12 months, with a lot of customer feedback, we've actually redesigned and redeveloped the Sherwood. From the outside, it looks almost the same. The only external appearances that are changed, there's a few window changes, and the bed is now a full-size queen bed in the Sherwood. But in the interior, we've made a lot of modifications, and it all came from customer feedback. Increase in storage, increase in comfort, livability, a few other little things like moving microwave locations just for usability. That all comes from you guys. So I really thank everyone for giving us their input, their advice as they use their motorhomes, because unfortunately we still work full time and we don't get to get out there and use them as much as we'd like. So it's really great to hear that feedback from all of our customers. But I suppose that's everything that I had written down. If there's anyone I've forgotten to thank, I apologise for it, but I thank you for being here, and I thank you all for being a part of our growth and development over the past 40 years.